Hello and welcome to JoeyFaux with me, Joey, and today's episode is going to be about a new crew that I'm starting and a new theme as well, so let's get to it. So last week's episode I left you with the lovely and kind of unpleasant Rasputina. She left me a message for you guys because, you know, I think she enjoyed it. Hi JoeyFaux fans and WGConsortium players, really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Just so you know, I'm the best caster. Much love, Raspi. Thanks. So we might be seeing another appearance from her in the near future. I'm planning to do a WGConsortium, master themed short clips, about 3 minutes of a bio of each character, or as many characters as I can do. Obviously I won't be playing all of them, but I will be doing the first one as Rasputina, properly done, with a friend of mine. So I'm going away this week from Wednesday to Saturday, so I'll be gone for a little bit to film, and hopefully I'll be able to post lots of pictures and updates while I'm away. But I've sorted out the costume, so the Rasputina outfit is now long, as it's meant to be, long sleeved and high neck. So it's much more like the actual model than the previous makeshift one that I did before. So hopefully it'll look really good. I enjoyed doing it last time, so yeah, she'll be back, don't you worry. But now, let's chat about Jacob Lynch and his buddies. So I'm going to be doing the Dark Depths crew, which belongs to the Neverborn/Ten Thunders faction. It's kind of a dual thing going on. I'll give you a little bit of a brief overview, but first I'll tell you about some of the themes that I'm going to be doing painting wise, and yeah, the colours and stuff like that. I need a little bit of help on deciding a few little things, and I'll get to that in a minute. But with the theme I've decided, I'm unsure because I know there's a few definite characters I want to do, and the rest I'm a bit unsure about how to bring them to life from a character that I'm referencing into miniature form. So firstly, I'll start by saying I'm doing a District 9 themed Dark Depths crew. The inspiration came to me through Illuminated number 3 with his alien arms. He's got alien arms, it just does. So that's how I'm going to do them, and this character will be Vicus in all of his transforming glory. He's not going too badly, and I used some of the costumes that Vicus wore in the film as, I guess, a bit of a inspiration for the colour scheme, and it's not all too fancy, but I do want to make it look as realistic to the film as possible. You'll notice throughout the series of any shows that I do, I tend to create themes of things that pop into my head that I think look a bit like what I want to be doing. So with that being said, we've got Vicus, as you can see here, and then we've got this green thing that looks a bit like Slimer from Ghostbusters, which could have been another theme, but I saw him first, so what can you do? So yeah, I'm going to do him as one of the, I guess, Christopher is going to be this one. So greeny with some very orange eyes, and I might convert a few little other things just to make it clear who I'm trying to represent. Then I've got this guy who's going to be the head of MNU. This is Jacob Lynch, so I'm going to make him look menacing and evil, as he's the evil dictator of that huge company. No idea what this is going to be. Maybe that evil sergeant guy that is hunting down Vicus at the end of the film, because I watched it today and I still can't remember everything. And this beautiful lady, who currently has the scariest eyes I've ever seen. I've just done white blobs and it looks horrendous. So I'm gonna fix that up. But yeah, no idea who she can be. But I've had some fun with the bodice on her dress. So I'll get some pictures close up so you can see it. But yeah, I've had lots of fun painting these today, and they were actually really, really easy to put together. And there's so much detail. So before I get into what I've done colour wise, these are the plastic models and they're brilliant. I think they're amazing. They're so detailed. There's hardly any cleanup. the faces are beautiful, even stuff like ties and shirt buttons, and you know, Jacob Lynch here has a tiny little chain, and even that looks excellent. I really rate this, and it might be one of my favourite things to build so far, just because of the simplicity of it. I can think of nothing better than making the building process less strenuous and less complicated, because I'm just not a huge fan of putting models together, but I highly rate these. If you wanted to go to give Malifaux a try, I recommend getting some of the newer plastic models and just seeing the difference. If you've ever done wargaming before or any miniature construction, then go from that to this. I love it. I love it. Well done. Well done. This guy though, I will say, is the only one I had a problem with. This is the hungering, and I had to green stuff the back of the head because it didn't fit together well. There was a huge kind of crease in the head. I mean, the detail was fantastic, but it looks like it's two halves that I've put together. So there's still, I mean, even now it does a little bit, and I can fix it, but it's the only thing that's niggled me out of the whole thing. Everything else has been great, but because this is such a big model, there's no seamlessness to the two halves. There was a definite gap. So, and that's really been it. I mean, it's been easy to do, and it wasn't hard to put this together at all. So, I love it. So that's what I'm going to say about the plastics. They're really good. The box art though, I love the fact that you can see all of it 3D sculpted. I would love to see some painting on the back of it. I know there's imagery and on the cards and stuff as well, but like on the cards that's awesome, but when I had a look at the box and trying to get a little bit of reference as to how the models could look, or how they could be painted up from a professional standing, they're just grey. They just give you a grey example of how they've been designed, rather than a finished painted model as demonstration on the back. So yeah, I don't know, what do you think? Would you prefer to see how the model looks, or would you like to see colour scheme and features and for ideas? I'd prefer to see the painted model done, but that's just me. It might just be me. But yeah, the cards are great, and I've been reading through some of them, and it is pretty awesome. I have had so much fun painting them, and so much less hassle with the fact that the details are tiny, but they are distinctive. You can see that there's a button there, and it's not all of the detail is really distinguished. I think it's excellent. I can't rate it highly enough. So yeah, today when I've been doing little things like dry brushing and just painting on finely, often if with other models I've painted in the past, if there's something little like a strap, as there is with the illuminated model here, he's just got like a little suspender things around his shoulders, and on other models I've seen before, you've got to kind of paint it on, or the line's a little bit faded or it's worn down, but it's there. It's really distinctive detail, so much so that it's made the painting process so much easier. I mean, this scary lady, even her bodice and the skirt looks gorgeous. It looks excellent. So, and her hair, beautiful hair. I painted it black. I know, I couldn't not. So I painted her black hair and purple, awfully similar to my Rasputina model, but I think I wanted to go for, I did that because Jacob Lynch here has this kind of ethereal purpley skeleton, which I'm going to highlight up a lot around the edges. So I wanted to have something a bit like that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing today. Had actually a lot of fun just watching District 9 and painting these guys up to look, you know, something similar to the models. And I think that's, for me, half the fun is looking at something being like, oh yeah, that really looks like this, and then going from there, and it was really brilliant. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of what it says on Pull My Finger. Malifaux wiki. I haven't played with them yet, so everything that I'm going to be talking about is basically from there, and it's where I get all of my Malifaux information. So if you're interested in having a look at some of the stats, hints and tips, I'll leave a link down below. It's very, very helpful. So it says on here, the overview. While Lynch is the master of the dark depths, the crew really serves the hungering darkness. It's a powerhouse and really shines when any enemy models have the brilliance characteristic. I've heard good things. I've been talking to Chung, who's been playing a lot of Malifaux. So yeah, he rates it. It says the mobility, the hungering darkness is reasonably mobile with an average walk/charge value, spirit and float. I'm used to pretty slow movement, but then it says here with offense, combat is really what needs to be happening with the hungering darkness. He's great for it, and he has quite a long reach because of his tentacles, whereas with Rasputino it's all about the casting. So it'll be a nice change to have some more offensive stuff going on. So we'll go down to resilience. Hungering darkness has ways to heal itself as long as models with brilliance are nearby. Magical extension. Hungering darkness can use magical extension to cast one of Jacob's spells, but can only cast the source. Funnily enough, the hungering darkness has a higher CA than Lynch, so it will get more spells off easily. And then it says playing against. So the hungering darkness is a spirit, such as all non-magical damage done is to be halved. It has multiple ways to heal wounds through its abilities and can also use soul stones. So healing flips are also an option. Even if killed, it can respawn if Jacob is still alive. It counts as a master for the spells and talents only. For scheme strategies, it is worth 0 soul stones. Since it is not a master, will often be in the thick of the action against your crew, and its controller will be expecting, maybe even counting on it to die. It might be a good choice as a target of the grudge scheme. Ouch! It seems to be a bit of a badass, so I'm looking forward to giving it a game. So, you know my theme, District 9, you know some of the basic overview of the hungering darkness. Sod Jacob Lynch, he's barely on here. It's all about the hungering darkness. So we're going to paint him up to look nice and, well, prawny, but not actually a prawn. You know. If you haven't seen the film, go and watch it, because then you'll be like, oh, but I assume that most of you have. So, what do you think? Do you like the theme? They're obviously going to keep their existing names, but I might get them like little badges or something, or like a little post. I also green stuffed myself the bases, as you can see here. So yeah, I'll put some pictures throughout so you can see what I've done so far. None of them are fully painted. I still have a long way to go. But with a couple of hours work today, that's what I've come up with. So a few are on their way to looking all right. I think I've done the illuminated lady here the most, with her corset and dress. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with how they've come out. Really love them as models, really rate them as plastics. So what are your thoughts? Do you have one? Are you interested? Leave comments down below. And it's good to be back. I'm sorry I was gone for like a month. I mean, Rasputina doesn't count, but you know, I wasn't around then. But she'll be back, they'll be back, and I'll be back in 2 weeks. So I'll keep you posted. If you want to see some pictures of the new and glorious Rasputina costume, stay tuned this week and like on Facebook. Links to everything down below. Like if you like this, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in a couple of weeks, or on Facebook. Bye!